A Cards with Michael production.
What's up, YouTube? Cards with Michael here. Today we're opening another Flesh and Blood box. This is the third, set in Flesh and Blood. This is actually called Crucible of War. The box is a little bit smaller than the Arcane Rising and Welcome to Wraith boxes. This box is sponsored by Francis. The reason why this is smaller is because, well, it is called like a supplementary set. There's a couple of differences. I noticed there's a little bit of a tear here, so we'll use this tear to open the rest of the box. The reason why it's a little bit smaller is it's a supplementary set. It is not meant to be a standalone set. In other words, do not play limited with just Crucible of War packs. This is a great set in terms of the cards that we can pull and the funness factor and the newness factor, but it is not a standalone set for like limited and drafting. Think of it kind of like a small set for Magic the Gathering, if you guys are kind of experienced with that. Now, another thing about Crucible of War is because it is a small set and it does still have 24 packs, yet the box is smaller. Each of these packs actually only has 10 cards, and the configuration is a little bit different. And each of these packs contains cards from all 8 classes. So let's go ahead and get started. And in fact, because of that, most of the cards are actually class specific. There are very few generic cards. We'll highlight them as we go. All right, let's break down this first pack. We have a Ranger Action Pathing Helix. We have a, I can't pronounce that, Workshop, a Push Forward, a Rousing Aether, a Copper Token, a Blessing of Serenity, Sutcliffe's Research Notes, and here we go with the rare. So the last 3 cards are kind of the hits, and the first 7 cards are all these common actions, right? They're all, except for, of course, the token, they're all class specific. Right? Now let's look at the bottom 3. We have a Barraging Bighorn, nice and foil. This is a second edition, or second print run rather, first edition, Crucible of War. So actually we have our foil here and then 2 rares. All right, we have Dauntless and Crane Dance. And it just so happens that our first foil is a foil rare, Barraging Bighorn, Blue Pitch. However, it's not always guaranteed to be a foil. And we'll do that one more time before we start kind of doing a shortcut that a lot of IC YouTubers and box breakers have been using for Crucible of War in terms of looking at these packs. All right, we have a Sleep Dart, a Harmonized Kodachi. This is just a common weapon. Azalea, Ace in the Hole, Ranger Hero, Out for Blood, Overblast, Soul Bead Strike, Bittering Thorns, and here is our foil, Swing Fist Think Later Rainbow Foil. All right, and boom, right out the bat, look at that. Pack number 2, we have our Majestic and a Mandible Claw rare. So this is, it's a little bit, it's kind of dinged up a lot, honestly, for a card. But this is our Plasma Purifier. This is, of course, our first Majestic. And so not a bad hit at all. And we'll keep going. All right. And so now we'll kind of do, I'm going to use some terminology from Pokemon. We're going to call it a card trick, right? Which is just looking at the bottom 3 cards because that's where the hits are going to be. All right. This one's going to be a rare. Here we go. Towering Titan is our rare. This next one's going to be potentially better than a rare, but always a rare. We have a Mavrian Skies. And this last one is going to be our foil, and it is a Swing Fist Think Later number 2. All right, let's keep going. Here are our 7 other cards. Okay. So Crucible War, of course, is the third set. As of today, TCG prices, I believe, are in the 550 range. eBay comps are also very similar. And, well, so far, oh wait, I kind of went out of order. There's our foil, Out for Blood. Talishard of Lost Prince is our rare, and Edge of Autumn is our second rare. And I gotta say that, you know, from opening some of these earlier on our live stream last week, go check out our live stream openings. Yanji did the openings, actually. I just kind of was observing. And doing some openings with Saint on Fabled Hunters. Those videos are going to come out a little bit later next week. I will say that the EV of this set is so much closer to the the EV of Arcane Rising First Edition and Welcome to Wraith First Edition. It might not be as good as Arcane Rising Unlimited and Welcome to Wraith Unlimited, which straight up I believe is just much higher than what they are worth. Oh my god, so gory. Tripwire Trap. Here we go. Hey, we have a cash in. All right, rare. Let me just finish up this pack and then we'll go on. And then Merging Dominance Foil. Oh yeah, so I just believe that the EV is just so much better. It still, of course, is a first edition box. It's just the cards in it. There's so many like potential hits. So speaking of which, another change in Crucible of War, and I believe moving forward, is there's no more super rare. All right. Now that was something that was a little bit confusing for a lot of players. Rock Slide Trap, and they got rid of the super rare rarity. Oh, wow, look at this. A Poison the Tips Majestic Rainbow Foil. Very nice, very, very nice. Put that right there. That's kind of our hit of the box so far. Now, they removed the super rare rarity and they consolidated it with the majestic rarity. So now, instead of every single box of packs having about 2 majestics and 4 super rares, now you can expect 6 majestics. So, ooh, speaking of majestics, here we go. We have a blue snag. All right. That's our 3rd majestic. Very good. That makes sense. Oh, and then we have a rainbow foil Kaio Berserker Runt. This is definitely a hit as well. The rainbow foil heroes are all kind of a hit. Of course, the way to get the cold foil, Kaio specifically, were in the armory kits that your local store would have gotten in December. So if you want to get the cold foil version of that, you got to go to your local store and win something. I think that they usually get 4 per month per armory kit, so you got to win. You got to win. Or I don't know, maybe they use it as a giveaway. Maybe your local store is very friendly and you buy a lot of product with them and they figure something out with you. But they are store specific. You cannot get the cold foil Young Heroes from any booster packs. All right, Dauntless Red, beautiful card. All right, and our foil is, yes, our cold foil, a Zephyr Needle. Nice, very nice, Francis. Okay, we'll put that to the side right there. We're actually going to leave everything at the end today, just so that I don't lose too much flow. And continuing onward, we have our bottom 3 cards. And, you know, let me know in the feedback if you don't like this type of style of opening. I know for a lot of you guys, this is the first time you're seeing Crucible of War. But honestly, there's so much content out there of people opening these boxes that the commons and uncommons, I hope, won't be too much of a surprise. And here we go. Another foil majestic ARG smash. This is actually a very good case. This is every single box so far has had 2 foil majestics. So I don't know if that's going to be always the case, but certainly for this box, for this case so far, it's been like that. I don't think we've gotten the best cold foil, so I actually imagine that today's video we might see a nice cold foil legendary, or even better, but we'll see. And another majestic Poison the Tips. Jeez. All right, great box so far. And hey, that is a foil cracked bauble. These things are going for quite a high value nowadays. It's a fun little hit. That is a fun little hit. All right, and we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Here we are. So our first rare is a Dauntless Red. All right. Our second rare is a Cindering Foresight. And our third hit is a foil out for blood. All right. So far, this box has been very good. Once again, lately I've been doing most of the editing on these Flesh and Blood videos, so I will try my best and get the prices for all the cards that are worth at least $1 on TCG Player. That is kind of my litmus test for what's valuable. Is it has to be worth at least $1 on TCG Player. All right, here we go. Crane Dance, and finally we have. Wow, look at that. Another cold foil rare weapon. That's 2 cold foil rare weapons, a foil cracked bauble. All right, lots of hits here, lots of hits here. Let me keep going. Now, I don't know if it's going to be possible to get another cold foil because usually 2 is the maximum I've ever seen in any box, but who knows, who knows. And we have a data doll here, MK2, one of the new Mechanologist heroes. All right, Dash and Data Doll are the 2 options you have if you want to play Mechanologist. And our foil, look at that, an Overblast, very pretty card. All right, and we'll keep going. We're over halfway through the box. Crucible of War is a fun set because you know, I think they did a really good job designing it. It's one of those things, right? We're at the cusp and the beginning of the game, so every new set. Like for example, Crucible of War basically increased the amount of cards available to all players by like 33%. So many of these cards made it to competitive play. It really shaked up the format. Oh my gosh, another Majestic Absorption Dome. All right. And what is our final one? It is a foil rare, Promise of Plenty. All right. Oh, I forgot to highlight. It is, of course, one of the generic rares. There's really not that many generic actions in Crucible of War. So I'm going to say it again in case you just kind of jump to the middle of this. Do not buy this if you're playing limited with it. That is actually kind of the next direction we're going to go with doing some of these videos. I will be playing some sealed. I'm not sure exactly who I'm going to play against. I'm looking for some players. If you live in the New Jersey, New York City area, like I live in Jersey City, and you play Flesh and Blood, and you would like to be part of my kind of like my gameplay videos, or just kind of play Flesh and Blood with me to practice, please reach out. I will be doing some videos of sealed practice and play because I think that's actually a really good way of learning how to play this game. And I think that if you know a game like Flesh and Blood doesn't have a good, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So we got a Majestic Breeze Rider Boots. This is not the cold foil, this is a non-foil. This is something that they started doing with Crucible, is you can still get, this is like a smaller hit, but this is a Breeze Rider Boots Majestic. Look at that. And that is just a spicy pull. It is non-foil, but still functionally the same as the cold foil. And we have a foil Lunging Press. This is actually a valuable card as well because it is so, it's a generic weapon. Attack reaction. And just, you know, sometimes that extra damage is all it takes. Very flexible card and very strong card because of that. Doesn't see play in too many decks, but you'll probably play it. You're likely going to play it in the right characters. I don't know. Like, I could see Ninja decks playing it. All right. Here we have a Zen State token. All right. Or, sorry, that's straight up a Zen State. Yeah, it's a Zen State token. All right. And then we have next a Pitfall Trap. All right. It's a little creepy there. All right. And our foil is a Choke Slam. All right. And we'll keep going. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. All right, here we go. We have a Rushing River. All right. And next, we have a High Speed Impact. All right. And our foil, oh my gosh, another Majestic foil. This box has been pretty bonkers. A Meganetic Shockwave. All right, go through the hits in a little bit after we've sleeved them all up. Here we are. Our first rare is a Sledge of Anvilheim. Our next one is a Promise of Plenty, red, like I mentioned. the generic action attack in this set. And our last one is a Techlovescence Workshop. Oh, I pronounced it correctly this time. Nice little rainbow foil. All right. All right. And look at that. We have 4 more packs left in the box. I'm really hoping that we can get some type of legendary cold foil in one of these videos. My videos have been too tame. I rewatched Arcane Rising, rewatched Welcome to Raid. Man, maybe I'm just not that lucky. Maybe I'm just not that lucky. Barraging Bighorn, here we are. We have our Towering Titan Blue, likely the most valuable of the Towering Titans, just because it is blue. And Guardians really like blue pitch cards. And we have an Overblast Red. All right. Nice little powerful card for Mechanologists. We have 3 more packs left. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching these type of videos. I don't recall if there were too many questions on the Arcane Rising one, but I do know that this game is still kind of in the newish age, and a lot of you all do have questions, concerns, so please feel free to continue leaving those little tidbits of feedback. I will read them. I mean, look, this game is it's extraordinary in terms of the way the secondary market has kind of eaten it up. A lot of people have, quote unquote, just gotten rich very fast, kind of like Bitcoin, and that in and of itself is a type of intrigue that, draws a lot of passion. So here we go. Promise of Plenty. And finally, hey, a foil cash in. Now that's actually going to be a Spicer. Foil cash in. It's just one of those cards. It's generic action, of course. Not too many cards say draw 2 cards and go again. And this, because it has that alternate cost, is actually quite powerful. It is actually quite powerful. All right, on to the very last one. There we go. Let's see it. Let's see it. Our first rare is a Barraging Bighorn. Womp womp. And our next, potentially better than rare. Hey, it's another Majestic Arc Smash. One of the few ways to deal with items such as potions. All right. And finally, our last foil, a Flying Kick Red. That is Ira. All right, I think. All right, that's the box opening. We'll come back for the hits. All right, and we're back with the hits. Here we go. We have our foil rares, 3 of them. Lunging Press, Promise of Plenty, and Cash In. They're all generic. Very nice, very nice. Oh, sorry. And also a 4th Barraging Bighorn, so that's actually 4. Then we have a bunch of Majestics. Here we go with Plasma Purifier, Snag, the generic instant, Poison the Tips, Absorption Dome, and a Breeze Rider Boots. All right. And an Arc Smash. So that in and of itself is already 6 of them. All right. And then on top of that, we have 3 foils, Magnetic Shockwave, Poison the Tips, and another Arc Smash. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That means this is a 9 Majestic box. We typically expect 6 Majestics per box. We did get a 6 non-foil, but we also got 3 foils on top. Then we have a Kaio Berserker Runt Rainbow Foil. That's a spicy one. A foil Cracked Bauble. It looks like it's not much, but there's a big secondary market for these foil tokens. Cracked Bauble being seemingly the most rare. And we have Zephyr Needle, our cold foil. Unsure if you can see the foiling, but it's just this very soft, almost a silvery gray foil, and Aether Conduit. So we got 2 foil rares here, no foil legendaries or cold foil Majestics, but 2 rare ones, not too shabby at all. Thanks again, Francis, for sponsoring this box, and guys, I'll see you on the next one.